Good morning, good morning, good morning. Friday, August 21st, 2020. How are you today, 93.5 FM listeners? How are you today, Facebook subscribers, viewers, followers, sharers, and commenters? It's Adam Handler, your case handler, and we are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We are one day away from the most important birthday celebration in the history of the world, that being of David Squeeze Annakie tomorrow, the Leo, loving his birthday. And we are here to give you a message about our law firm, Pollack, Isaac, DeSico, here in Manhattan, 225 Broadway. I am your case handler. I am the partner of the personal injury department. With me today is Conrad Pollack, the managing partner of the firm. We call him the Maestro. And Andrea Shear, we call her Shira, an associate in our firm in the immigration department, here to give you information about immigration, here to give you information about personal injury, here to give you information about our firm in general. Our phone number, please take it down if you can safely do so right now. If not, try to remember it. Or you can always use that wonderful thing called Google when you want to get in touch with us. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, PPID law. PPID stands for Pollack, Isaac, DeSico. And ladies and gentlemen, we are so grateful you're with us this morning because you are now officially cruising with the case handler. Squeeze, last time I'm going to be able to say this while you're this young, because tomorrow you're going to be older.
Today is my birthday, dude.
Oh, it's today.
Today is my birthday. Okay. Today is my birthday. All right.
Rewind. Happy birthday, brother. Hey, listen.
So much, man.
Birthday question for you.
Yeah.
You down with PPID?
Come on, man. You know me.
All right. Happy birthday, buddy.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. Today is my birthday. I'm a lot younger today. I don't know how you guys measure up when it comes to age. You can ask Conrad. All right. All right. So, but today I'm a lot younger. All right. I feel it. But once again, this is Cruisin with a Case Handler, a show on personal injury and, yes, immigration law. Like I said yesterday, it's one of the reasons why I get up every morning. I look forward to it, and it's been a fabulous, fabulous show so far with answering questions. I couldn't help but overhearing Andrea, who is one of our attorneys on the show today, speaking with Conrad about, communicating with someone in Jamaica, the country I was born in. Although I'm a citizen here, I'm also a citizen there. I heard you guys talking about helping out some Jamaican person. All right, so I'm very happy that you guys have been helping out, not just the Jamaican communities, but but all communities. And that firm that the attorneys are a part of, ladies and gentlemen, is Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. You heard the star man, you heard the celebrity man, okay, my celebrity boy, okay, my celebrity dog, as we would say in the street, Adam Handler speaking, okay. He posted something, Andrea and Conrad, on Instagram. I couldn't help but reposting it. He looks like $1 billion, okay? $1 billion, so I got to say much respect to Adam Handler, who also have helped out the Caribbean community. He has settled, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, $125 million for his clients. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I could use some expletives, but I'm not allowed to do that. The FCC will kick me out. That's a lot of money, a lot of money. So if you get hurt in an accident, why would you want to go to anyone else but one attorney? The only attorney on this station that you should be calling is the case handler. I call him the shark because he goes for the juggler. So call him 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some sunshine on the panel this morning. And it's bright, it's lively, and that happens to be Andrea. How are you doing, my attorney?
Good. I did it for your birthday. That's why I'm on the show today.
That's what I'm talking about. Best birthday gift yet, How are you? What's going on with immigration? What you want to touch on before I jump it over to the boss man, Conrad Pollack, and then back to Adam Handler with a true success story? What's happening in your world?
I'm doing well. I wanted to talk about increases in filing fees coming up because we have had a lot of questions about that in the past few weeks. So effective October 2nd, the USCIS fees are supposed to increase dramatically. One of the biggest changes is for the application for naturalization, which now will increase by more than 80%. And it's going to cost about $1,100 for filing it, whereas before it was about $700. And it also eliminates the possibility to get a fee waiver not to pay that fee for applying to become a citizen. So that's one of the biggest changes. The proposed rule that's supposed to be in effect in October also changes or eliminates most of the fee waivers. So before you could get fee waivers if you showed that you were financially unstable and you were not going to be able to pay that. But now it's pretty much not going to be that much of an option.
But by you saying all of this, Andrea, I think that you are saying there should be a sense of urgency with everyone.
Yes.
That they should, if you can file your case now, file it now with PPID, file it now with Andrea, file it now with Conrad, Pollack, Nelson Madrid, file it now with the law firm PPID. That's what she's getting at. The fees are going up. I mean, maybe you got a lot of money and maybe you want to wait, but even with this administration, you never know what's going to happen. And we don't know, as Conrad said yesterday, is this orange dude going back in the White House? We don't know. How do we vote for Biden? I'll proceed, Andrea.
Yeah, no, definitely. And people already have trouble paying the fees as they are now. So imagine how it's going to be in basically 2 months. It's going to be even a lot harder. And that's the point. That's what they want. They want it to be hard for people to get these documents or these benefits. There's also going to be a new fee for asylum applicants, which goes against like international treaties and everything of the sort. So I think the US will now be one of 3 countries in the entire world that will have an application fee for an asylum applicant. So it's a pretty crazy change as well. And the other one I wanted to mention is that for those people that apply for adjustment of status, which is the majority of calls that we get, now, as it is now, you can file for an employment authorization card and a travel document with your adjustment of status, and you don't have to pay fees. But now, with this new rule, you're going to have to pay a separate fee for both the travel document and the employment authorization with that filing. So it's a lot of changes, and it's going to be very expensive to file after October 2nd.
Right. And with all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, you know, there need, as I repeat, to be a sense of urgency as to everyone that's actually watching us and listening to us right here, obviously on 93.5 or social media. Call the firm. Avoid paying more where these fees are concerned. If you're out there and you want to file your case, now is the time. Get up off that box side and do something. All right. The number to call is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That is the number for excellent immigration attorneys. That is the number for a firm that's been around for just about 60 years. That is the number for the lovely individual that you just heard speak, Andrea, our attorney at PPID. That is the number for Conrad, Pollack, Nelson Madrid, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Call the firm, link up with the firm, reach out to the firm, reach out to the best immigration attorneys on this radio station and in the nation. They will help you. Once again, immigration is a minefield. Isn't that so, Conrad?
That's what I've heard. I've heard it from a very, very reputable source on this show. Absolutely. Immigration has always been a minefield, and that's more so than ever these days. As Andrew was saying, you know, things have been pretty bad for the last 3 years, progressively worse, and they're about to get worse with these filing fee changes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's Conrad Pollack. We call him the voice. We call him the maestro. We got some other names for him. Good stuff. All right. But he's your top immigration attorney, ladies and gentlemen. Reach out to him, 844-774-3529. All right. So before I kick it over to Adam Handler, today I'm going to find out how many people really love me. Okay. I'm really, truly going to find that out. And you all know me. I'm easily hurt. Okay. As much as I'm a Leo, I'm sensitive only to certain things. Everybody who loves David Squeeze Annakie, I'm going to see, I don't care. And I'm going to see if you really do. I need for you to call the law firm PPID, and I need for you to store their number in your phone. And the reason why you need to store the number is because I know one day you will need an attorney. It may not be for personal injury. It may not be for immigration, but it will be for something. You will need an attorney. So here I am sharing that number with you. I have their number. They are my law firm. I'm using them for every goddamn thing that comes up in my life. All right. And hopefully I can get a break on the pricing. But the number to call right now, ladies and gentlemen, is 844-774-3529. It doesn't matter where you are. Dial that number. Today's my birthday, but I want you to store the number for me. 844-774-3529. Adam is checking the phone to see if anybody loves me. 844-774-3529. Call that number, store that number for immigration, store that number for personal injury, criminal defense, real estate law, family law. 844-774-3529. Adam, it's all yours, man. I would love to hear a true success story before we kick it over to Conrad, Pollack, and Andrea to answer some questions. Okay, you're muted, dude.
93.5 viewers. Listen, listeners, I'm sorry. If you can eventually, when you get a chance, like Case Handler on Facebook, like PPID on Facebook, like Case Handler on Instagram, because you truly will be connected to a very entertaining show on social media. We simulcast this from the radio also to social media, providing wonderful content, wonderful information. And unless you're on Facebook, you would never even see this wonderful birthday message that I'm sending to Squeeze right now. Look at that.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Happy birthday to you, buddies. Yeah. All right. But with all seriousness, let's get a true life success story going here. And, I wanted to start with one thing this morning. And, it's easy to promote oneself. It's easy to, try to get the message out and have clients who you've obtained millions and millions of dollars for, say something nice about you and your practice. But we came across something, really remarkable yesterday in response to one of our social media posts. And this is a quote that really just made my month, because, a compliment from your adversary could be the highest compliment one can receive, right? Your adversary, your enemy, when you have respect for somebody on the other side and say something. Squeeze, take a look at this. Look at this quote right here. Can you see this by Jerry? Would you mind reading that?
I've been a defense attorney for 30 years. I tried hundreds of cases and even a case against Handler. Few plaintiffs' attorneys can try a case, and none better than Adam Handler. He did a great job and will get you better results due to these trial skills, tenacity, and also from being a mensch. All right, you're the man.
That's unbelievable. Listen, I am so grateful for this gentleman's kind words. I mean, again, this is this is an attorney on the other side. This is an attorney that my job is to kick his ass.
Yep.
To make sure my client gets money. And he's just posting stuff on social media like that, unsolicited. Couldn't be more proud of that. But let's talk about what's happening today. Today, we have a case settling for $300,000. The family's actually coming in to sign the papers. And I just wanted to go over this case real quick. This is a little boy that was riding his bike in Brooklyn, and you can see here, these are the posts for what they call the sidewalk sheds. When you're walking, there's construction above, they have like the scaffolding above you, all around you. Well, he's riding his bike, and the bolt you can see here was uncovered. And as a result of him riding his bike near it, he sustained a laceration, a pretty nasty one too, to his leg. But let's just make sure that we understand the way it's supposed to look. The way it's supposed to look is, can I do this here? The way it's supposed to look is this. This is the safe way to do it. These posts and these bolts should have those plastic covers on it. And anybody walking around the city of New York, when you see these things and you see the sidewalk sheds protecting the public, protecting pedestrians from construction, you'll see more times than not that they're constructed in a way that's safe. The poles itself, and it's actually a violation of the New York City building code not to have these plastic posts on it. And going back to the photograph of the post that we were dealing with, you can see a big difference. $300,000 for this family. We actually have a video conference with the judge this morning who's going to approve the settlement. Now, if an individual, an adult gets hurt, you come in, you sign your settlement papers, man, you got your money tax-free within 3 weeks. But with an individual under the age of 18, it's not so simple. You must get court approval before you settle the case to make sure that the case is being settled in the best interests of the child, that the parent isn't selling the case out, that the attorney is not selling the case out. And I've been to court on these things, and I've heard the judge say to the lawyer, you leave this courtroom right now and you get more money for that client. I am not signing off on this. How embarrassing must that be for an attorney who's got the family standing next to him in the courtroom and the judge says, not enough, go get more, right? Most of the time I go in, actually I should say all the time that I go in, the judge says, holy moly, great job, counselor. Sign. And the money goes to the child. So listen, when somebody refers a child to our practice, we take every case serious. But I mean, that is the most serious case because we're, if God forbid my daughters were ever in a situation that needed the help of a professional, I would only hope that they would be in the capable hands of somebody like myself or Conrad or Andrea, because you got one shot to get it right. There are no redos ever. One chance to get it right. One chance, one choice of lawyer. I'm your case handler. And thanks so much for letting me share that story on your birthday.
Absolutely, man. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number to call right now. And, my job here is to make sure that you have the number. The attorney's jobs, okay, is to actually help each and every one of you. You just heard from the personal injury attorney, all right, Adam Handler. Make sure you call him, ladies and gentlemen. Every one of us need to have a solid attorney in our smartphones. I don't know what I call it, smartphones. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make that call right now and store the number. We're about to flip it to immigration, but ladies and gentlemen, store the number, 844-774-3529. Everybody that wants a free immigration consultation, I would like for you to actually dial the number right now. I am guaranteeing if you call before 10 o'clock, so I'm giving you, if you call before 10 o'clock, every one of you will get a free immigration phone consultation with Andrea, with Conrad, with Nelson, one of the immigration attorneys off the air. If you want that free immigration consultation, dial this number now. It's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Dial it now and get that free consultation privately and confidentially. Gonna flip it to Conrad. I know he's got a lot to say. He's been trying to tone it down a bit, but come on, Conrad. Say your piece, man.
I got it all out of my system in yesterday's show. So I had my anti-Trump spewing yesterday. So today I'm a little more low key, I think. Adam prefers us not to get too deep into politics. So I'm going to keep it toned down this morning. But the convention last night was interesting to watch. Some good performances. I always get a kick out of watching after the Democrats do something, Biden does something. I always get a kick out of turning on Fox News just to hear their take on things, and it's always just so predictable.
It's great though. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, during the afternoon, I was listening to them, and they described Joe Biden as a drooling, made me crack up. A drooling imbecile hiding in his basement who can't string a sentence together. That's a quote.
Who did that?
How would they describe Trump then?
Really. So then basically I'm saying to myself, okay, then all Biden's got to do is get on TV and show that he's not drooling and you know, put a few sentences together and hey, you know, prove him wrong. And of course, right after his speech, which you know, he's not the most dynamic speaker, not that Trump is either, but after his speech, turn on Fox News, and of course they're focusing on whatever, you know, wherever he misspoke. Oh, see, he is a drooling imbecile. You know, it's just it is, yeah, it's sad, but it is laughable.
And how does Biden's election affect immigration and what we can do for the thousands of people listening out there?
Well, first off, I would direct everybody's attention who's listening to just Google Biden immigration, and you'll see all the great things that he has planned. Of course, the Trump and the Republicans spin it as open borders, which is nonsense. That's not the case. Instead of building a wall, they're going to put their money into technology and cameras and lighting, you know, instead of brick and mortar, which, you know, is just, as everything with Trump, you know, let's go back to the 1950s when America was really great, right? Among other things, he's going to prioritize in terms of, as with the current administration, deporting everybody who's here illegally. They're going to aim their resources at prioritizing the bad guys, getting the criminals, getting the rapists, you know, and of course, unlike what Trump says about Mexicans, not all Mexicans are rapists. On the contrary, very few are. But they're going to reallocate the resources where they should go and go after the bad guys and leave the dishwashers and the nannies and the home attendants and leave them alone, among other things. I mean, look, I said, come on, you got me started here. I didn't want to get into this. Andrea's got a lot to say, so I'm going to just leave it at that, and I'm going to let Andrea take it from here. All
right, Andrea, it's all yours. I know you got a lot to put out there, so let's hear it from you.
Well, actually, this morning I read this headline. I didn't go into the full article, but apparently they're pressing fraud charges to one of the men that was in charge of receiving donations to build the wall. And it's like $120 million in donations. And apparently they used it not for the purposes of building the wall, but for like their own reasons.
One of the guys? What do you mean one of the guys? You mean Steve Bannon? He's not one of the guys. He was pretty much the guy.
Yeah.
He probably more than any of Trump's enablers was responsible for getting this guy elected. It was his theory. It was his ideas. This guy worked for Breitbart forever. In fact, I believe he was one of the founders, or he worked closely with Breitbart when they created that disgusting rag. It was a rough day for Trump yesterday. Yeah. Not only did Steve Bannon get arrested, by the way, when he was arrested, I don't know if they publicized where you read it. They got him on a yacht. Right? They actually came in the morning. He was somewhere on a yacht, somewhere on a huge boat. They came, it was the Postal Service investigative arm. They came by boat and dragged him off the boat and arrested him, which I think was awesome. In addition to that, Trump's
video for that.
When I heard that, man, I said, today's going to be a good day. In addition to that, of course, Trump's, a ridiculous lawsuit in New York, where he's again trying to prevent release of his tax returns. Why is he so against releasing his tax return? I wonder what's going to show there. Anyway, his case was thrown out of court yesterday. So he had a rough day yesterday.
And what can we do for those wonderful people out there listening to help them better their life, to help them better their family's life, to make generational changes? When you legalize your status here in the United States, you are literally changing the course of destiny for your family. That is a big, big thing. Squeeze was born in Jamaica.
Yes,
he's here in the United States. He's a citizen. His children and his children's children and his children's children's children have now been set down a path of true opportunity. So if that's something that's important to you, ladies and gentlemen out there, you're going to have this number saved. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID law.
Okay. And once again, folks, before we continue, I ask, Andrea to continue, I need for you all, please, to actually share what it is that you're watching here, okay, today. You're watching us on Facebook. Share that with as many people as you can. We are about to get to answering all the immigration questions. I want you to hear what it is Andrea wants to talk about, if she still wants to talk about the topic she wants to touch on. All right, and then we'll get to the questions. Do remember, go on.
Before I go to that, I just wanted to share a story about Monday. I had a consult. This is a couple that was represented by other attorneys, and their case was denied. They appealed, and the appeal was denied, and they were very scared. Obviously, they didn't know what to do. They came to us, and I did the consult with them, and they retained us. And then I looked at the papers that were filed on their behalf and the responses from immigration, and these attorneys failed to even send the most basic form, which is the G28, a correct G28, saying that they were being represented by this law firm. So the attorneys didn't even know that the appeal had been denied. The clients had called the attorney for over a week and a half, and they hadn't answered them once. They had sent emails. They even showed up. Like, nobody wanted to speak to them, show their face, and explain to them what happened. Wow. So it's upsetting, because if you paid all this money, how can you not be able to speak to your attorney, basically?
Exactly.
So one of the things they told me when they came, because they also came in and saw me, we met, and they were like, communication is the most important thing to me, and the fact that we can speak to you guys and you're available is our number one priority. Like, so that was a good story. They're very happy now that they came to our firm. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Okay, let me get this number in, 844-774-3529. Let's switch to social media and watch us at David Squeeze Annakie or the Case Handler or PPID. Thank you so much.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right, so we're going to be getting to the questions right now. Or do you have something else, Andrea? The floor is all yours. The floor is all yours. What about you, Conrad?
No, we're good.
What about you, Adam? I know you got to go.
My brother, listen, happy birthday. I can't be serious enough that, you've done some great things for this community. You've done great things for me. You've done great things for this firm. We wish you all the best. And, another year of blessings for you. So I'm going to head off. I got a busy morning. Again, we got this big conference with the judge approving that $300,000 settlement for that young man. And, it's a great day. It's a great weekend, and be blessed. I'll see you guys.
All right. Definitely. Now, before we get into the question, I want us to reiterate, Conrad and Andrea, what are some of the things that we can still do? I know that the ban is out there with this orange guy, and there's a lot out there, but there are still solid, positive things that we can do to help people where immigration is concerned. And then we'll just get to the questions.
Well, clearly, look, most of the changes are temporary, number one. And most of the changes apply to people that are not in the United States. So if you're here, or if you have a relative that's here, for instance, if your spouse or your mom or your child entered the United States legally, and you're a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, you can apply for them to adjust their status in the United States. The bans, all those things don't apply, basically, if you're in the United States. Most of the bans, again, have to do and affect people that are not in the United States.
Okay, absolutely. Andrea, anything you have to say?
Don't be scared and apply. If you get good attorneys, so you will be able to get your benefits.
Plus, we're all optimistic that there's going to be a change in the White House come November, and that when that happens, things are going to return to normal. Look, it's going to probably take him some time. I'm sure if Biden gets elected, the first thing he's going to do is not to lift the ban or get rid of the public charge rule, but it's going to happen quickly. Vote. Just if you're pro-immigrant, if you're an immigrant, if you have friends, relatives, neighbors that are immigrants, just vote Democrat. And it's just going to make everyone's life so much easier. And there really is no negative ramification to doing so. The nonsense about that they're constantly saying, oh, the Democrats are for open borders. It's just garbage. It's just a talking point. It's nonsense. Nobody's for open borders. I'm an immigration lawyer for the last 36 years. I'm not for open borders. There should be a way to get into the United States. And yes, it would be advisable to do it legally. The problem with doing it legally, people say, oh, well, I'm not anti-immigrant so long as they come the right way. The problem is There is no right way. They have, especially, and look, and this is not just Trump. There has not been really a proper way, a accurate or legal way to enter the United States for a long time, unless you're willing to wait 10, 15, 20 years. Right. And, you want to come to the United States, you want to do better for your family. It's difficult to say, well, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to wait 20 years. Right. 20 years, I'll get there and I start my life. So that's just not feasible. Or if you have a job offer, in a field that is hard to fill. For instance, I'm a landscape company and I want to bring landscapers in to cut the lawns in Dutchess County. There aren't a lot of Americans out there doing that stuff. So I want to get guys in for this season, for next spring, that are going to do the job for me, because I can't find American workers to do that. Well, for someone to just wait, I found a guy in Mexico who's going to come and I got all the qualifications exactly the guy I need, but it's going to take him 5 years to get here. Right? It doesn't work that way. It's just not feasible. That's why people have been jumping the line, quote unquote. That's why people come here illegally, because there has been no way for them to do it. It takes forever. Yeah. It takes forever. So if there was a logical, reasonable, rapid way for these people to come here, the illegal alien issue would go away. It's just that problem, it's gotten worse and worse because they can't decide. Congress can't decide on immigration reform. And if they did ever create if there ever was reform in the right manner, the problem would go away. The demand for labor is not going to change. The demand for low-skilled labor is not going to change. There's got to be a way to bring these people in. And again, that doesn't mean it's open borders. Right? That's just nonsense.
Right. There you have it, folks. Once again, that's Conrad Pollack. We call him the maestro. The number for the law firm, the number for him happens to be 844-774-3529. If you're watching this, please share the phone number on the timeline, 844-774-3529. Let's go to a question here. Hello, can anyone help me? I am an American citizen and I have a 24-year-old daughter in Colombia. I have not yet processed the request for her. My question is, how long will she get her green card?
Yeah, perfect example of what I was just talking about. Right? She wants to apply for her daughter. I'm assuming her daughter is over 21.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. That's going to take 10 years. Right? So here's a perfect example. Mom wants to bring in her daughter, all right, and the grandchildren or whatever. And okay, I want to do it the right way. Well, you know what? It's going to take you 10 years to reunite with your family. So what is that person going to do? She's going to contact the coyote, or she's going to find some surreptitious way to find a phony visa or whatever, because what's more important? She wants to be with her family. They want to get their family together. Maybe there's a medical issue, who knows, right? But you know what? It's going to take 10 years to do it the right way, and to follow the rules like my ancestors did on Ellis Island, which of course is a crock, but it's going to take her all that time to do it. So what are they going to do? They're going to try and skip the line and get here sooner. So if that changed, if they added the number of the reason why it takes so long is because there's a very strict quota on those types of cases. So if they added to the quota, if they made it more, if they allotted more visas in that category, it wouldn't take her 10 years. Maybe it would take a year, 2 years, 3 years, and that they'd be willing to wait. But to wait 10, 15 years to reunite with your family, it's not feasible.
That's crazy. That's definitely crazy. But that's the reason why we have the law firm. That's the reason why we have Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, PPID. So everyone that's watching us here on Facebook, the people who are listening to us on 93.5 FM, call the number, store the number. We've got Conrad here. We've got Andrea here. Once again, the number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. I've got another.
By the way, Squeeze, that person, before we move on, that person should file her visa petition. Get that. I want to pin that.
Person can call you. All right.
Well, certainly she should call us and do the visa petition. But the fees are going up on that case. She's going to be spending double on CIS fees. There might be a furlough of immigration personnel. Get that petition in. Get in line.
Yes, and that's what Andrea was saying earlier. File now because the fees are going up with immigration. All right. Once again, guys, this is Cruisin with a Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration law. And I have the attorneys here with me. Here's another question. Hi, guys. UK citizen here, married to a US citizen, and about to start my spousal visa application. The paperwork is ready to go, but we are holding off submitting because I am traveling to the US next month, and I've heard of people being turned away once their application is pending, even if it is just for a visit. Does anyone else have any experience with this?
I understand what he's saying, what he's talking about. If he has a visa, well, he's from the UK, so he's probably traveling on ESTA.
ESTA, right?
He already has a visa, or if he's already been registered and qualified for ESTA, he can come. Submitting his application is not. Yeah, they might ask him, and if they ask him, he's got to tell them the truth and say, yeah, my wife filed for me, but I've been coming back and forth for years. We've been dating for years, right? They shouldn't stop him. Look.
And
these days, who knows?
Probably get secondary inspection, right?
You never know. All right, but waiting. I would need to know more details before I would sign off on telling this person to wait or file now. But I mean, he has a legitimate concern. It's something you really need to speak to a lawyer about. You should call us and discuss that with us. This is not something we should be discussing right here, because I'm not going to give you a 10-second answer to that question. Those 10 seconds, and then I misinform you, you're going to spend a lot of time, maybe it's 24 hours, as they grill you at secondary inspection. So, I don't want to put you in that position. Call us.
Call 844-774-3529. Here's a question for you, Andrea. My dad has been a resident in the U.S. since 1980s, and he always renew his green card. He had biometrics appointments scheduled 2 days after all the offices closed because of COVID-19. He received a letter in the mail in June stating that they would use his biometrics from the previous renewal to complete his application. It's been almost 2 months since that letter, and he has not received any card or further correspondence. Any idea what we can do about it? Thank you.
So they are doing that with most applications. They're reusing the biometrics for a lot of people. That's what we've heard and seen. Right. It's been 2 months. I don't know that that's an unreasonable amount of time considering the circumstances, but we can file an inquiry or reach out to people that we know in USCIS and figure out what's going on. We can do that for them. That's something that, to try to find out.
Be patient.
Yeah.
Right? It's only been a couple of months. Immigration was closed. They should be patient. Typically, in normal times, you're applying for a renewal of your green card. It takes a year to get that card in normal times.
Got you.
Right?
We have a record amount of people sharing today. So we want to say thanks to each and every one, Conrad and Andrea. The people who have been watching us on Facebook, this is phenomenal today. So I want to say thanks, and a lot of engagement, over 112 engagements here. So we do appreciate you that's watching this law show, a show on personal injury and, yes, immigration. If you are actually out there right now, ladies and gentlemen, watching us, dial the number 844-774-3529. I want to state also that immigration is federal and it's a minefield. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, as long as it has to do with U.S. immigration. Andrea and Conrad can assist you when it comes to a free phone consultation. So ring that number, 844-774-3529. Get a free phone consultation. But after the consultation, hire the attorneys. That's the best thing you can do. Do not file your case yourself. There's way too much crap that's going on with this administration. You don't want to hurt yourself or potentially put yourself in removal proceeding. All right. So make sure you call PPID 844-774-3529. Yes, it's a minefield. That's 844-774-3529. And you don't want to step on one of those mines. And who best to guide you through the minefield? PPID 844-774-3529.
By the way, I just want to throw out there, clearly my sentiments, our sentiments in general on the political situation in the country are pretty clear, but we represent Republicans too. I just want to throw that out there.
All right. No problem. So Andrea, coming back on Monday?
Yes, actually. That's your birthday gift.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting a double birthday gift here. Thank you so much for being on the show today. And I've heard good things from a lot of people that you have spoken with, seriously, in the streets. A lot of people come up to me and say, hey, squeeze that girl Andrea, man, she's really good. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing over there at Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And we're looking forward to seeing you again on Monday. Conrad, great show as usual. And I'm to be very honest to all the viewers, I love hearing Conrad speak for at least 3, 4, 5 minutes on what's going on in the country in relation to the Orange Band. I really do like hearing it. It's my entertaining highlight of the show. All right. Thank you all so much, Andrea, Conrad, and thank you all so much, viewers. Remember to share this with everyone. They can come back to the page and watch it as many times as possible. And if you don't find your question there being answered, then just call the firm. They'll get it answered for you for free over the phone. 844-774-3529, or go to the website, ppidlaw.com or ppid.com.
ppid.com.
ppid.com. There you go. Thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend.
Thank you.